Lobo versus Ebony Maw? Who would win? When the unstoppable force of the DC Universe collides with the brilliant mind of Thanos' most dangerous warriors, this battle becomes a clash between raw power and terrifying intelligence. On one side stands Lobo, the legendary Czarnian bounty hunter known as the Main Man, a warrior who has challenged powerful beings, survived unimaginable destruction, and turned battles into pure chaos. On the other side stands Ebony Maw, the genius member of the Black Order, a master manipulator whose greatest weapon is not physical strength, but his intelligence, telekinetic abilities, and ability to control the battlefield. But when these two extraordinary villains finally meet, only one can claim victory. Lobo versus Ebony Maw, who would win? Lobo is not an ordinary fighter. He is one of the most dangerous warriors to ever travel across the universe. Born on the planet Czarnia, Lobo became famous as an intergalactic bounty hunter with a reputation for completing impossible missions. He does not fight for justice or honor. He fights for the thrill of battle, the challenge of defeating powerful opponents, and the destruction that follows. The biggest advantage Lobo has is his incredible physical power. His strength places him among the most powerful beings in the DC Universe. He has battled Superman, survived devastating attacks, and continued fighting even after suffering injuries that would destroy most opponents. His body is built for war, giving him extraordinary durability against extreme levels of damage. However, Lobo's most terrifying ability is his regeneration. Defeating him physically is extremely difficult because his body can recover from massive injuries. In many versions of his comic history, Lobo has shown the ability to return from destruction that would permanently defeat almost any other warrior. His healing factor makes him one of the most difficult opponents to eliminate. But Lobo is not only a powerhouse. Behind his aggressive personality is a highly experienced warrior. He understands combat, weapons, strategy, and survival. After countless battles across the galaxy, Lobo has developed the instincts of a hunter who knows how to adapt when facing dangerous enemies. But standing against him is Ebony Maw, a completely different kind of threat. Unlike Lobo, Ebony Maw does not rely on overwhelming physical strength. His greatest weapons are his intelligence, manipulation, and precision. As a member of Thanos' Black Order, he has proven himself as one of the smartest and most dangerous servants of the Mad Titan. Ebony Maw's greatest ability is his mind. He studies his opponents, discovers their weaknesses, and uses psychological tactics to control the flow of battle. He understands that victory does not always come from being stronger. Sometimes, the smartest warrior wins by making the enemy fight on his terms. His telekinetic powers make him even more dangerous. Ebony Maw can manipulate objects, restrain enemies, create powerful attacks, and control the environment around him. Instead of fighting directly, he can attack from a distance and keep opponents trapped in situations where their strength becomes difficult to use. In Avengers: Infinity War, Ebony Maw showed exactly why he was considered a major threat. He managed to challenge Dr. Strange, one of Earth's most powerful sorcerers, by combining his intelligence, confidence, and powerful abilities. He proved that he could defeat opponents not through brute force, but through strategy and control. Now imagine these two warriors meeting on a deserted alien planet. The battlefield is silent as Lobo arrives with his legendary confidence, believing he has found another opponent to destroy. Across from him stands Ebony Maw, calm and focused, already analyzing every movement and searching for weaknesses. Lobo attacks first. With incredible speed and strength, he charges forward and delivers a devastating strike. The force of the attack shakes the battlefield. Against many opponents, this single attack would end the fight immediately. But Ebony Maw is not a normal opponent. Using his telekinesis, Ebony Maw stops Lobo's momentum and redirects his attack. The ground cracks as Lobo is thrown across the battlefield. For a moment, it appears that intelligence has overcome strength. Ebony Maw continues his assault, using his powers to trap, control, and weaken Lobo from a distance. But Lobo refuses to stay down. The more punishment he receives, the more dangerous he becomes. Rising from the destruction, Lobo realizes that charging forward blindly will not work. Instead, he changes his approach and begins using his battle experience, unpredictable movements, and survival instincts to close the distance. Ebony Maw tries everything to maintain control. He creates barriers, pushes Lobo back, and uses his telekinetic abilities to slow his advance. But Lobo's durability allows him to keep moving forward. Every attack that would stop another warrior only delays him. Eventually, Lobo reaches close range, and the entire battle changes. Ebony Maw's intelligence remains a major advantage, but direct combat creates a serious problem. Lobo's physical strength is overwhelming, and every strike carries enough power to change the outcome of the fight. Ebony Maw attempts to manipulate Lobo's emotions and predict his movements, but Lobo's years of combat experience make him far harder to control than expected. The turning point arrives when Ebony Maw uses his strongest telekinetic abilities to completely immobilize Lobo. The battlefield becomes frozen as powerful energy surrounds the Czarnian warrior. For a moment, it looks like Ebony Maw has finally found the perfect solution. But Lobo proves why he is one of the hardest beings in the universe to defeat. His regeneration, durability, and endless endurance allow him to survive attacks that would end almost any other battle. Slowly, he breaks through Ebony Maw's control and forces the fight into the one area where Ebony Maw has the greatest disadvantage: physical combat. Ebony Maw can outthink many opponents, but Lobo is built for battles that never end. He can absorb punishment, recover from damage, and continue fighting long after others would fall. The longer the battle continues, the more the advantage shifts toward the main man. Ebony Maw still has a path to victory. If he can maintain distance, control Lobo's movements, and create a perfect strategy, his intelligence and abilities could allow him to defeat many powerful enemies. A perfectly executed plan from Ebony Maw should never be underestimated. But defeating Lobo requires more than intelligence. It requires a way to permanently stop a warrior who has survived countless impossible situations. When comparing their peak abilities, Ebony Maw has the advantage in intelligence, strategy, and battlefield control. However, Lobo dominates in strength, durability, regeneration, and long-term survival. Ebony Maw may control the early stages of the battle, but Lobo controls the final outcome. The longer they fight, the harder it becomes for Ebony Maw to keep him contained. So who is stronger? Lobo has the advantage in physical power and endurance. Who is more powerful at their peak? Lobo's combination of strength, regeneration, and combat experience gives him the edge. And who would win? After an intense battle between strategy and unstoppable force, the victory goes to Lobo. The final result: Lobo defeats Ebony Maw because his overwhelming physical power, incredible regeneration, extreme durability, and endless determination allow him to survive Ebony Maw's strongest attacks and eventually overpower him in a battle where raw power and survival overcome intelligence alone.